What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, Joel's News, Joel Davis Media Network. This is your host, Joel Davis. Got an announcement to make. Currently, right now, I will be doing this full time until further notice. Uh, Life happens, got laid off. It is what it is. I ain't worrying about it. I know what I am good at. I'm good at giving people the information. So please support the channel. This is full time now. I probably will be very aggressive giving you the news on the daily. Probably sitting here from my desk. So, with that being said, this is where you can donate super chats. Greatly appreciated, but I would prefer Cash App gang for at least the next couple of days. Any amount will help supports the channel. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead on here and let's jump in today's festivities because hasn't it been crazy? New York has been the center of what the hell is really going on here. For real. It really has. So with that being said, we're going to be talking about this gentleman here, um, this guy named Frank uh, James. But before we get into who is Frank James, let's look at what happened, the carnage yesterday that happened in New York. I heard about this. Shout out to my boy on Facebook. You know who you are. That's my follower. God, I forgot your name. Please don't get mad at me. I've just had a rough week, rough day yesterday. But you know who you are. Uh, he the one was the first one to tell me about it, and I am trying to make sure he gets. Oh, thank you, Jared. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, man. All right, thank you, Jared. Thank you. So let's go ahead on here and let's talk about what happened and how did we get here with this situation. All right. So I'm gonna show y'all uh this gentleman here, and I'm gonna play some of the clips of the carnage, and then we'll go from there, talking about who this guy is, how did we get here, what happened, and everything else. So let me go ahead on here and move this around and start this over. Excuse me, guys. I'm still here. I had to change my mic. Just want to make sure you guys can definitely hear me. All right, y'all can. Great. Let's get it.
Shooting in a subway. Train cars covered in blood and filled with smoke. Riders collapsed on the platform of a Brooklyn station. It was Mike on.
Imagine that. Imagine being in a subway and all this carnage is around you. You know, this is going to leave a lot of people with a lot of PTSD. This is going to leave a lot of people with a lot of of all types of psychological issues here, because a lot of people are not used to that. So just imagine that, you're walking out, doing your daily routine, and public transportation at that's going to really put a damper on people in this New Yorkers want to use public transportation because of this. I mean, this is scary. This is so, wow, very, very, very disturbing.
Terrifying. I saw the 16-year-old kid, he had a bullet in his knee.
Tonight, the arsenal left behind, the gun glitch that likely saved lives, and the link between a key, a credit card, and this U-Haul van that could lead police to the shooter.
This individual is still on the loose. This person is dangerous.
Team coverage starts now.
Mic on.
Now, this guy is still on the loose. As far as we know now, he has not been caught. But I'm going to see what they're going to say. I'm not going to go into too much of this too long. And then after that, we are going to jump into some of the things that got us arriving here. So give me 1 second.
We have been covering the chaos, the response, and the investigation for more than 14 hours since the first shots were fired. And tonight, we are learning new information about the person of interest wanted by police, the victims, and the search for a motive. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Natalie Pasquarella.
And I'm David Ushery. Behind me, below me, the 36th Street and 4th Avenue stop in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, still an active crime scene at this hour. Several hours after a man wearing a gas mask and reflective vest opened 2 smoke canisters on an N train and fired nearly 3 dozen shots. 10 people hit by bullets, 13 others also hurt. Everyone expected to survive. Right now, the NYPD can't say anyone is in custody for this, but they do want to find this man, deemed a person of interest, who investigators say rented a U-Haul van that may be linked to the shooting. When we say active crime scene, we want to show you some video we took just about 10 to 15 minutes ago. Hundreds of detectives are working this case, and the NYPD crime scene investigators just emerged from the stop behind me a few minutes ago with these evidence bags. Our team of reporters in place tonight covering all angles of this almost unimaginable attack. We'll begin with our chief investigative reporter, Jonathan Dees. Jonathan.
Mic on.
I don't know who this guy is. But we can definitely tell that this brother that did this, James Frank, allegedly. I have to say allegedly. What is his name? Frank, yeah. Frank R. James was a very disturbed individual. Now, let me tell y'all something. I listen to Frank James content, and Frank James is what you call woke conservative. Y'all probably gonna ask me, Joel Davis, what do you mean about woke conservative? These are the ones I be telling y'all about. These are the guys that swear out that they're woke, but they're really not woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really got a problem with woke people. Okay, they really got a problem with woke people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They really have a problem. Let me rephrase that. They really have a problem with blurring the lines of wokeness and conservatism. Let me rephrase that. Blurring, when I say blurring the lines. In their mind, they conservative, but they still hold on to that woke shit. Okay? Like, there was an example where he was talking about, I think I looked at one of his videos, he didn't like white women, which I thought was, what? Huh? Wait a minute. You're fucking with me, right? He just had some random rants. I mean, it was like he was trying to battle with, am I conservative today or am I still woke? So yeah, very disturbing. And there's a lot of YouTube channels just like that. There's a lot of them. Like I say, I call them woke conservative. They appear like they conservative, But you listen to some of the key words they say, they are very woke. They have not let that shit go. They still gonna silently go behind your back and scream, I want 40 acres and a mill. Yeah, those are the type of guys I'm talking about. That what Mr. James was. Mr. Frank James. Yeah. Yeah, he did believe in family. Now I agree with you on that, Jared. He believed in family. He was a very family. Yeah, all I said, he was pro-black. But you know what I'm talking about, regular on the gala, where they try to act like they conservative with it, but they really are woke. That's what I was saying. That's what I felt like his channel was trying to portray. That's why I was like, I don't know. Shout out to Jared for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you, man. Again, if you just noticing, I just made an announcement to everybody that just coming in, doing this full time right now. Got laid off from my job. It is what it is. So in between jobs or whatever, I'm just going to do this full time. So please support the channel. I know everybody's not rich, but you know, support it. Donate super chat, donate to the Cash App, you know, spread the word. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. E- Yeah, you're right. The left claims family is right wing nature. Well, I know one thing. He blasted now. I don't see them trying to hide him. Let's continue. What else he got to say?
Yeah, from New York to Pennsylvania to the Midwest, investigators busy trying to track the past movements of that person of interest. They are not calling him the shooting suspect. Too soon to know that, but they're looking to see if fingerprints on the gun, fingerprints on the canisters, fingerprints on the machete found at the crime scene, if there's a match. Investigators want to know if the gunman is the same man who drove this U-Haul van from Philadelphia to New York to carry out the attack. Police say his bag of weapons, fireworks, and smoke grenades show he was armed to kill.
They recovered a 9mm semi-automatic handgun, extended magazines, and a hatchet. Also found is a liquid we believe to be gasoline and a bag containing consumer-grade fireworks and a hobby fuse.
This is a person of interest, 62-year-old Frank James from Philadelphia. Police say he rented the U-Haul in Pennsylvania. They say found in that bag of weapons on the subway after the shooting, keys to that U-Haul van. But police not yet calling James a suspect.
We are looking to determine if he has any connection to the train.
Investigators say James has a criminal history in Pennsylvania and his native Wisconsin, including making terroristic threats. Some sources say he appears to have emotional problems. Video James allegedly posted on YouTube show him ranting about violence.
Famous last words.
And they say he even referred generally to Mayor Adams.
And as a result of that, in an abundance of caution, we're going to tighten the mayor's security detail.
Security being tightened on the subways. 33 shots fired inside.
Am I gone?
Okay, I got something to say. All right. They said they're gonna heighten the security for the mayor. You know, I have a lot to say about this mayor of New York because this guy sucks. He has been in the position of power not even a couple of months. Okay. And he has not achieved a damn thing. Let's talk about that. You still got all these random attacks going on in New York City. Cops are still saying, you know, you want us to protect the city, but we're not getting raises. We're not getting help with housing. But then they said, well, we're going to focus on putting him heightened security. Shit, he's never really in the way he's supposed to be. He's always nowhere near the action. He's nowhere near the areas that need help. He always in the nice part of fucking NYC. So I'm quite sure the governor is, I mean, the mayor will be safe. Yeah, they were coherent. Shout out to Kel Albert. Thank you, Kel. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. You know, this just goes to show you guys that they did not look at his videos. Now, I'll agree with regular the gala. I did look at some, now some of his position on family. I really did agree on that position of family. He really talked about family, and he really promoted about being doing for self. Now, he really talked about that in the videos. But like I said before, this mayor getting, they want to waste security on this mayor. I'm sorry. He's never around the situations where they're supposed to be. He never is. This man never is. Show me a situation where this guy really has taken the time and said, okay, I'm going to stand right in this area here and try to make sure that New York is a safe place. He went and talked about drill rappers. Okay, now listen, I'm not a drill rapper fan. All right, I'm not going to sit here and say I know a lot of them. I mean, I like some of the UK drill because my kids put me on it, but I'm not a drill rapper type of fan. All right, I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh yeah, I gotta listen to drill rapper right here, right now. But I can tell you this: what I seen, what he did with that situation was horrible. It could have been handled differently. And this is what people are saying. People are just saying, why can't we handle these things differently? Why are we always the laughing stock of America? And see, that's what the New York mayor has to understand. People are tired of being the laughing stock of the city. Okay. Exactly. You're right, Jared. Marxists hate the family because family don't need Marxists. And you're true. And then my man said in his position on the black crime rate was solid also. Yeah, I like I said, only thing I had against him was, he had a little hatred towards white folks. But besides that, he seemed like he was a very solid individual with a lot of knowledge. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Everything got frozen, but I was trying to do something right quick while talking to you guys. So I don't know why I did that. But anyway, get back to what I'm saying. I mean, it seems like to me that this guy really had a lot of issues that came to surface, because it amazes me that he went from being so, standing on what he believed in to now, doing something allegedly this extreme. And I have to say allegedly because I don't want to go out here and say something and come to find out it ain't true. And then you know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? So I have to say allegedly. So I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to take up for the guy. That's not my position. That's not what I'm doing. So something had to snap. I mean, it could have been, and I'm not making excuses. Please don't think I'm making excuses. Could have been a mental health episode. It could have been a lot of things, but something along the lines has really snapped in this man for him to just go do what he did. I mean, nobody just does that. All right, let me see here. All right, hold on for 1 second here. Y'all give me one moment. I'm trying to get, or we can get more people in here. All right, hold on. All right, now I got it. So now y'all can see it way more clear. All right. So yeah, something had to happen. Something had to happen. All right, let's go ahead on here and let's read about who James really is. I'm going to put this back up on the screen. I'm not going to play no more of that clip, but I am going to read some of the stuff that they're talking about. So right now you know of on with uh Fox News, he's considered a suspect. So we're gonna go on the Fox News one because they got him now listed as a suspect. He went from that to upgraded as a suspect. So let's talk about the suspect. So here are some of the updates about what's going on here. Now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, aka Pussyfoot Adams, is confident that the suspect involved in the Brooklyn subway attack will be arrested as the manhunt continued Tuesday. He said, I am confident that we're going to bring this suspect to justice, and we want to make sure that we do it as expeditiously as possible so he would not cause any harm or fellow New Yorkers, Mayor Adams said on America's Newsroom. Frank James, who was previously considered a person of interest in the attack, is now a suspect in the case. Authorities have said that James has an alarming presence online, categorized by a series of shocking and racist videos. He posted a series of profanity-ridden clips on the YouTube ranting about race, politics, and current events. When you talk to folks about what happens to you in prison, it is what it is, James said in one video. That's why I'm never going to prison. I'm not connected. I don't have nobody, and nobody has my motherfucking back. Adams clarified James is not yet in police custody, and the motive for the attack is still an investigation. We're still looking through And looking at all of his postings, Adams told the host Bill Hemmer and Dana Perino, we're conducting a very thorough investigation because the goal here is not only the arrest but also prosecution. Well, if you arrest him, he's going to be prosecuted. I mean, I'm just being honest here. If you arrest him, he's going to be prosecuted. What's up, Cynthia G? How you doing? I've been in NYC. There's all sorts of cameras everywhere. Well, that's what's crazy, Papa Nelly, is that there was no cameras going on during this thing. That's what they're saying. The cameras wasn't working properly. That's another false flag to distract. It could be. All right, y'all. Here we go again. I've been doing this all morning. Everybody that's just coming in, please donate to the Cash App right now. I am currently doing this independently. I am now a independent business owner, YouTube only. Got laid off from my other job, so this is my source of income temporarily. So please, everybody that supports the channel, super chat, or I prefer Cash App, Venmo, all that stuff down below in the description box below. Okay, so all you guys will know. All of you guys will know. And I appreciate the love and the support. Always. All right, let's jump back into this. Get back to these comments. Now, another update that we're looking at, the conditions of the victims. Brooklyn subway shooting, New York University Langone releases 16 patients. 5 remain in stable condition. So they weren't critical, but now they're in stable. The New York University Langone said Wednesday, that 16 patients treated in connection to the Brooklyn subway attack have been released, while the remaining 5 patients continue to be in stable condition. A total of 29 people were injured in the attack, including 10 who suffered from gunshot wounds. The nature of the other injuries included smoke inhalation, shrapnel wounds, and panic. Maimonides Medical Center in Brooklyn is treating 5 patients, and New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital is treating 3 others. And so they released photos as well of this man. I'm going to blow this up so y'all can see the photos they released. And deceit, denial, and deflection. Rest in peace, Colin Flattery. Yep. Spoken words of a true patriot. All right, let me go show y'all this picture here. Let me see something here. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Let me know if y'all can still hear me. All right, good. All right, so let's talk about this. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about the Sacramento too. That I didn't really break that one down, but I'm gonna break that down some more. Some more information came about that. So I got myself still in the background here, and everything else. All right, great. So these the picture here of now. This look like this was Frank when he was younger. Now they say he's short. Now I was told, I don't know how true it is, that the gentleman is 5'5". So he's pretty short. Okay. Let's see here. Now there's a $50,000 of reward I know is on his head. So this is what the New York Police Department got on Twitter. Y'all know it. There's still some Wokians on Twitter and people that's on the fence. They said on 4/12/22 at 8:30 a.m., Frank Robert James fired numerous gunshots inside an in-line subway car at 36th Street and 4th Avenue. Okay. Subway, causing serious injuries to people. Uh, Anyone with information about the incident or his whereabouts should contact NY at NYPD Tips or call 1-800-577-TIPS. And so they're really going at it here. They really are. This is definitely yeah, they ain't playing. Y'all hit that like button. We at 14. Let's get to 15 likes. I'd like to get to 20 likes. Let's hit the like button here and everything else. Lucky Sport. I just got your message here. Give me 1 second. I'll put it. Did he threaten Eric Adams on social media? Yes, he did. He didn't threaten him. He just had a very disdain for him. So you know how that goes with these liberals. Anytime you don't like them, they think it's a threat, you know. So you already know how that's going to play out. My thing is that I'm like everybody else. We're trying to figure out, the guy went from sounding like he was somewhat stable to pulling off doing this. So it makes me wonder what snapped. Something had inside him had to snap. Something inside this guy had to snap, because nobody just wakes up and say, I'm just gonna shoot a whole bunch of people. No, who does that? Nobody does that. There's got to be something inside of them that snaps. A lot of people don't like talking like that, but it's the truth. Because when you're dealing with this type of behavior, when you're dealing with these type of issues, that usually what happens. People snap. Something in their life or whatever snaps. I'm finna give y'all the link to also donate and help out with the channel. I'm finna tag it here because I know a lot of people are already asking me on my other platforms. So I'm finna put it on there now. Also, my wife told me to tell y'all thank y'all for the love as well. Hold on, y'all. I messed up. Hold on. Trying to get this link on here. All right, I got it pinned on here. So anytime y'all want to check that out, that link should work. Yeah, it works. So yeah, it works. So check it out. All right, let's get back to these comments. Let's see what everybody got to say. Yeah, so definitely come through there. That's the correct link. That what works. Okay, so he was also in 2019 under surveillance by the FBI. Now, see, they didn't tell us this part. Now, this was released yesterday, too. They said the man accused of donning a gas mask, detonating the smoke grenades, and opening fire inside a New York City subway train and station in Brooklyn during Tuesday morning's commute was known to the FBI, though he had been cleared following multiple interviews in 2019. So now they said he'd been entered into the Guardian Lead system, which is managed by the FBI, the Counterterrorism Division in the Guardian Management Unit, and not yet independently verified the report. Investigators have stressed they're not sure whether Frank was responsible for the attack at the 36th Street station. That's what they said. So here's my thing. For him to get access to those canisters, he had to have, let me put myself back on here so y'all can see your boy again. All right. So for him to have access to those canisters, he had to have some type of connection, previous military background, or something. Because to get those smoke on top of canisters that they're talking about, they only give those to select individuals, and those individuals they give it to, you got to be qualified to get them. Like, you just don't get those type of equipment. No, not just any civilian can get it. Oh, we're gonna talk about that next. You ain't wrong. So this right here to me tells me that something is very wrong with this picture. I don't know, man. It's a whole lot of stuff. It really is to unpack. There is. There's a lot to unpack. Cause I don't know, man. This thing all sounds fishy to me. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but after listening to this guy's rants, as they said it, and then having access, and then he disappeared like there was a ghost. So it, to me, and you might be right, Ben Garcia, he may be a sleeper cell. Somebody got to be out there helping him, because how was he able to get out of all of that? And then they said the cameras wasn't working. So over there on the certain parts of the subway where they had to take somebody's cell phone footage. So that tells me that's suspect. So just, I don't know, man. This whole thing seems like to me is suspect. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say an attack can be too good to be true? That's one of these attacks that's too good to be true. Too convenient to be true. Something something is not right. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist here. I'm being real. Something is not right. Something is not right. All right, guys, let's go to the next part of our topic this morning, because I want to give y'all he's on He's on Adams, Mayor Adams security detail. Oh, don't say that. You ain't wrong. That man might take a poop on that. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Hold on for one moment. All right, I'm back, guys. My wife was telling me about our family dog not doing good, Zeus. So I'm about to figure out what's going on with Zeusy. Yeah, and then they find his ID on the van. Yeah, that was too convenient. The canisters could have been stolen. They take too many illegals. The hotel, restaurant, church would fall apart. Yeah, it would. But let's talk about that next topic. Let's get into this right quick. All right, guys, let's go back to the next topic here. We're going to talk about what Texas got going on. So before that, though, before I get to that, we're going to take a little break. I got to do something right quick. I got to check on the family dog. So give me 1 second. We're going to take one quick commercial break. So I have some music playing in the background. Give me a few moments. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that quick commercial break. Had to check on the family dog, make sure he was good to go, and everything else. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. So let's talk about what's going on in Texas. Uh, before I get to that, pull that up. Let's get this one removed off right quick. Let's remove that and let's pull up the Texas guy. Oh man, this is about to be fun.
Trading the S&P 500, you love the ups. Can you handle the downs? Daily 3x leveraged ETFs from Direction. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's objectives, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus.
Meanwhile, we're going to show you some exclusive pictures. We're going to take you down to Washington, D.C. It's a Fox News alert. Remember when Greg Abbott said in Texas that if the federal government is going to drop migrants off in Texas, we will provide them free bus rides to our nation's capital? That is a bus with 2 or 3 dozen migrants on
Trading the S&P 500? You love the ups. Can you handle the downs? Daily 3x leveraged ETFs from Direct.
Meanwhile, we're going to show you some exclusive pictures. We're going to take you down to Washington, D.C. It's a Fox News alert. Remember when Greg Abbott said in Texas that if the federal government is going to drop migrants off in Texas, we will provide them free bus rides to our nation's capital? That is a bus with 2 or 3 dozen migrants on board. We believe
it just rolled into Washington.
It just rolled into Washington.
Mic on.
Shout out to Greg Abbott. Shout out to Greg Abbott. Okay. Greg Abbott has just set the standard of what you're supposed to do if you are a governor. You are not supposed to let your state get overthrown or overrun by foolishness. And that's exactly what he done. Mr. Abbott decided to take matters in his own hands. I am perfectly on board with this. I just want to know, how did the Biden administration react seeing the first load of immigrants coming in to their area? Because I hope they know that the governor got 900 buses. He signed a bill saying this to be happening. And they try to say they may take it to the Supreme Court, but I think he's got a case. I think that he actually got a case to win this shit. No cap. Because of the crime rate and everything he has experienced in this city, I got to give him props. This is pure fucking genius. You can't make this shit up. This is pure genius. You cannot make this up at all.
I think they initially wanted to drop off the migrants at the U.S. Capitol, but I think as close as they could get would be near Union Station.
They're being processed on the bus.
They're being processed. They're inside right now.
It kind of looks like a Columbus Circle right there. So that is what Jen Psaki referred to as, well, that's just a publicity stunt.
Nope, it's not.
That's not going to happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is happening right now.
But only 3 dozen, 36. We're going to be having 18,000 a day.
Didn't he say, the governor said he has 900 buses ready to go, I believe. Is that the number?
Yeah.
It was hundreds of buses ready to go. So this is a wider shot of that bus. And inside you have these migrants from Texas. They all, and the governor of Texas said, I will ask them. I'm not going to force them to go, but if they want to go to D.C., we're offering them free transportation.
Yeah. You know, Ron DeSantis also announced yesterday that he's got $12 million of money in the new budget for Florida. $12 million.
Yeah, so that's the guy that processed them. It looks like one of the DEA agents.
So anyway, $12 million for Florida's Department of Transportation to relocate people who were dropped off in Florida. And now,
oh man, it's about to get ill. Washington is about to get overly saturated. Washington, New York, I hope y'all prepared. Y'all better get y'all some police officers. I'm being serious. That defunding the police, y'all better rethink this shit, because y'all about to get all these immigrants, and all of them are not Mexico's best. Let's put it that way. A lot of these are not Mexico's best. So I hope you got a plan. I really do, for your sake, because Texas, Florida, down south, we not doing this. Shout out to Governor Kemp. I might just vote for Governor Kemp for real now. I mean, I know Trump don't like Kemp, but Kemp just made us an open carry, constitutional carry state as of yesterday, signing the bill. Shout out to Georgia. That means I can carry my shit without my paperwork now. God is good. All you criminals out there, you better think twice. You better think twice. Cause people packing. You better think before you go to South Georgia talking about you gonna run up on somebody. You better you woo, you better think. You better think. You better sit there and think with some common sense. You should, MK Joe. Yeah, they coming through, man. 900 buses, 36. He said 900 buses and 36 each bus. So let's look at the calculations here. Because he got him a nice bus. I mean, the bus is pretty nice, pretty comfortable. I mean, you know, it's like a Greyhound type of thing. Woo! That's 32,400 immigrants can come through to the nation's capital a day. Boy, oh boy, y'all should be excited. That's a lot of people. That's a lot, man. Well, let's divide that in half, okay? So let's say you get half of that because you know the bus that make it, you know, that's 16,000 immigrants a day. Y'all should be happy, man. Y'all should be excited. Y'all population is about to explode. Man, y'all about to have so many people. Washington, y'all should be prepared. You wanted this. You got it. I hope they get greeted by AOC and the Wokians. Let them take them over to they nice apartments in Washington, D.C. and New York area so they can feel safe. Can't make this shit up. Let's continue, guys.
This guy has a backpack.
At least he has a mask on. He's being responsible as he sneaks into our country illegally. So there you go.
That was in Texas. Now they've been transported here. I don't know
They're
exactly
into our country illegally.
I don't know why they would be. I don't know that Border Patrol would be processing them in Washington, D.C. They've
Maybe
already
ICE
been
agents.
processed.
Maybe just to get names, find out who's on board,
Maybe
that kind of thing.
it could be somebody from one of the NGOs who's trying to provide them with, you know, okay, when you're here in Washington, D.C., go to this location that you need.
Or yeah, the NGOs who are funded by taxpayer dollars, these private organizations, like Catholic charities, who would get tens of thousands of dollars.
Hey, man, maybe Washington really want them over there. I mean, they're getting handshakes. They're shaking their hands. I mean, they're shaking their hands and stuff. So maybe that's what they want. You know, maybe this is what they really want. I mean, I'm just saying, maybe this is what they really want. You know, I really want to have that type of camaraderie, you know, welcoming the illegals in the US of A. So maybe this is what's going to boost their ego. I mean, I'm just going by what I'm seeing right now. I mean, me personally, I would be appalled as a resident of a big city like DC. I would be appalled, especially if I'm an immigrant that bust my ass to get in this country the legal way, went through the proper channels, to hear that someone else just showed up and got let in. Again, we're the only country that does that in the whole wide world. In this big round circular ball that's going orbiting in space, we're the only country that does this in the world. Because guess what? Other countries don't do this shit. You're not going to come through there and chill without some type of tracking system, without some type of going through the procedures. And even if you did come in their country, you're not obligated for any kind of rights until they feel like you have became part of their country. You prove your worth. You prove your loyalty as a citizen. Can't make this shit up, man.
In order to give everyone fresh set of closing toiletries and a phone. This way they make sure it's fully charged before they get their free bus ride into the nation's capital, into the world's premier nation.
Everyone getting off has this manila envelope.
Why wouldn't everyone go? Get this, there's caravans right now queuing up in Honduras en route to our country because Title 50, look, I'm glad they have some friends, because Title 42 is about to evaporate on May 23rd.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Title 42 is about to go away May the 23rd. So I want you to imagine how these countries are going to take advantage of this. All of the South American countries that got all of the worst, even your cartel people coming through too, are coming here. They are on the way. And guess what? I don't blame Texas, and I sure in the hell don't blame Ron DeSantis, Florida, to do it. The only state that's probably not going to do it, because they are so woke till it's damn sad, is California. They're not going to do that. California is going to be like, come on in. Let me hold your hand. Let me show you how much I love being your friend. That's what's going to happen with that. That's how California is going to handle it. They're just going to let it happen. Sad but true. I'm telling you, all you border states, y'all better take heed. Y'all better take heed, man. Y'all better take heed. Let me see what states border this. Being nosy right quick. All right, here's the following states that needs to step up. New Mexico should be doing this, and Arizona should be doing the same thing what the governor is doing. The only one that's probably not going to do it is California. But Texas governor, he already told you, wherever you go, that's what's going to happen. That's why I say New Mexico should do the same thing, along with Arizona. They better get their balls together and do it. Don't be scared. Do like my man's doing. Send them on to Washington. Washington want to take care of them. Let them have that summer camp experience over there. I know I would.
This is outrageous. Think about all of the places in our country where we're using this money. Instead, we're financing illegals to come into our country and then go possibly onto our social services.
They're wearing some sort of a bracelet that has their information on it.
No, it looks like the office. What is interesting is, as they come off the bus, they're embracing these people. I think the people in the dark brown shirts could be members of Texas law enforcement or chaperones who escorted these people to our nation's capital. And they do appear to be taking a picture of something that man is holding up.
Mm-hmm. There's only 36, so it is somewhat just an idea of what's going to be happening. The question is there any system? Because if they're going to flood into Washington, D.C., it's going to force Washington, D.C. to do a move. I get it. But have you ever been to Washington lately?
It's going to be like it was in the 80s. It's going to be like it was in the 80s. Y'all remember when Scarface came and they talked about all those people from Cuba just came in? My man from dumped all those people from Cuba, political refugees, and they all became dope boys. But that's another story. I digress. That was about to happen in Washington. Y'all about to get flooded. Get ready. Y'all better have your tents ready, because that way they're gonna be sleeping at in the park, because y'all ain't gonna be able to handle that shit. Oh, it's about to get fun. Oh man.
They're giving Los Angeles a run at the most homeless. So you have these encampments, which are mini cities there. What's going to happen to these people?
Well, many of them have relatives here, Brian, and they might have called their family and said, "I'm coming to live with you."
Sure. Yeah, maybe the Smithsonian's there. I'm sure there's a lot to see. Learn about their new nation and our rich history.
And it looks like he's cutting off one of the little wristband.
All right, I'm gonna stop this to type my commentary on this, and we move to the next story. Okay, let's get back to before I go to the next story. Okay, all right, they got me laughing here. All right, they're not gonna learn about no damn nation. Okay, because we don't require them to learn shit. Only thing we require them to do is to come here and support the liberal madness. That's why they're here. So we basically got a problem because of all of this nonsense. That's why we got to put conservatives back in power, and we got to stop this bleeding immediately. We got to put in controls to where illegal immigrants don't be coming through our country like it's something, like it's no joke. Okay, you got to go through due process. You got to go through the port of entry. You got to have your paperwork right. You got to prove to me that you're a political prisoner. You got to do everything you're supposed to do to convince me that you are here because you are in danger, not here because you just want to be here. Because if that's the case, you're going to have to take you a file, fill it out, and wait your ass over there to Mexico till we call your ass. South America or whatever country you at. And if we find out that you good enough to come through, we'll give you a call. You can come through and join the party. But until then, nah, we don't do this. This is crazy. It's some crazy ass shit. Oh, man, this is crazy. I told y'all, man, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Anyway, let's talk about another incident that's going on in the world today. Y'all hit that like button, man. Let's get to 20 likes, man. Let's try to get to 20 likes. Let's try to get it to where we can get that algorithm pumping. Let's try to get to 20 likes. Give me 1 second here. Let's talk about this one right here. This is a doozy. Now, you ain't gonna get a lot of time on this because, you know, they don't want to talk about this too long because he a black man. You know, when you're a son man in position, they don't want to talk about it past 30 seconds. It's considered racist. So let's look at what our Lieutenant Governor Benjamin has done. Brian Benjamin.
Now to a political scandal. Tonight, the Lieutenant Governor of New York, Brian Benjamin, resigning after he was indicted and arrested by federal authorities on charges of bribery. Federal prosecutors say when Benjamin was a state senator, he promised to help a real estate developer in exchange for campaign contributions. Benjamin now free on $250,000 bail. Since last summer, the two top office holders of New York State have resigned. First Governor Cuomo, and now Lieutenant Governor Benjamin.
Man. Woo! Isn't that something? That's something, isn't it? That's a hell of a way to go out. Let's talk about how we got here. Thank you, Shannon. Sharon, let's talk about this. How did we get here? How do we get here? Well, we about to find out how we got here. Let me add this to the stream and talk about this story that nobody don't want to talk about. Now, I'm going to give you the article from Fox News. I just like their articles better because they're going to go in depth. So let's talk about how we got here. So New York Lieutenant Governor Benjamin Bryan was arrested Tuesday, and he resigned after being indicted for alleged robbery and other offenses as part of what federal prosecutors say was a scheme to get campaign contributions in exchange for a $50,000 state grant. Governor Kathy Hochul accepted his resignation immediately. I'm quite sure she did. She had no other choice. I mean, think about since she's been in there. I think she was lieutenant governor one time, and now look at what she's dealing with. She's dealing with all this foolishness from Rome, from what it was, Como brothers acting the damn fool to this shit. You can't make this shit up, man. Let's continue. The indictment also alleges that Benjamin would and others worked to cover up the plot, engaging in a series of lies and deception. According to the indictment from 2019 through 2021, Benjamin carried out the scheme while he was a state senator and a candidate for state comptroller. Now, if you don't know what state comptroller means, that means you're the financial man. Yep, it sure was. You're the financial man. Okay, you run everything. During that time, Benjamin allegedly solicited campaign donations from and to be raised by a real estate developer in exchange for appropriating state funds for the developer's nonprofit organization. In order to hide this, the indictment says Benjamin allegedly falsified campaign donor forms, and in 2021, when he was being vetted for the lieutenant governor job, he falsely stated in that he had never directly exercised his authority as an official concerning a matter of a donor he directly solicited. Benjamin is facing charges of bribery, conspiracy, honest service wire fraud, and falsification of records. The various offenses carry maximum penalties ranging between 5 and 20 years in prison. He's a son man. He'll probably get 5 years in prison, or they'll give him a 5-year probation. I promise you. He could be the fall guy on Big BS. He could be. He could be. Prosecutors also seeking forfeiture of the funds involved, or alternately any other property of the defendant up to the value of the forfeitable property. Lord have mercy. Damian Williams, U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, expected to address the case as a press conference Tuesday afternoon, along with officials with the FBI and New York City Department of Investigation. God, once again, this is another stain. on us. I mean, it is. It's always a stain. What up, JH? That's why black folks have a hard time being in position of power. Y'all, we always fucking up. Like this dude here, taking money and talk about, well, it's campaign funds. Or I don't see nothing wrong with it. Yes, it is. You know what is wrong. You ain't crazy. You bribing somebody to give you campaign money to do your job? Man, get the fuck out of here. That's why I don't have no remorse for these jokers and these clowns. I really don't. I really don't. So, all right, guys. With that being said, want everybody to know if once again before we finish our show for today, please, if you know anything about this man, Mr. Frank R. James, or where his being is at, the Crime Stoppers is right there in my background. You can call that 1-800 number. You know, get your 50 grand. I'm quite sure they keep you anonymous. But either way it goes, you know, let's try to make sure we get this guy so that way no one else do not get harmed because of somebody's personal grievances. Thank you for everyone that donated. If you want to donate again, here is where you can donate at. This is my Cash App. Like I said before, I'm a full-time content creator right now. Every little bit helps. Please share. Please support the channel. Please tell everyone about what is going on. So jump in the comment section and tell me what y'all think. Do y'all really think that this guy really is responsible for what happened in the subway? Or do you think that it's all fake news? Also, what do you think about Governor Abbott sending busloads of immigrants over to the DC state capitol? Do you think that he has the authority to do that, or you think that he's being too over the top? And last but not least, what do you think about the New York Lieutenant Governor bribing and frauding people and resigning from his post? Do you think that he may be the fall guy? Do you think that he's really innocent, or do you think that he's guilty as hell and he's done got caught and he don't know how to handle it? Either way it goes, let me know what y'all think. Please like, share, subscribe. I will be back on later on this afternoon promoting more content as it rolls in. I love y'all. Take care. Be safe. I am out.